April 7th in history. In 1521, Ferdinand Magellan's battered fleet sailed into the warm waters of the Philippine archipelago, seeking alliance and glory at the island of Cebu. Magellan met Raja Humabon on the shores of Cebu, forging a powerful alliance. Thousands of islanders accepted Christianity in a sweeping mass conversion ceremony. Though Magellan fell at Mactan weeks later, his crew completed history's first circumnavigation. The Philippines would bear Spain's Christian legacy for 3 centuries. In 1795, revolutionary France was transforming every institution. Scientists and lawmakers sought a universal, rational system to replace the chaotic patchwork of regional measurements. On April 7, 1795, the French National Convention voted to adopt the metric system, defining the meter as 1/10,000,000th of the distance from the equator to the North Pole. Today, the metric system underpins science, trade, and daily life in nearly every nation on Earth, a legacy of Enlightenment rationalism still shaping the modern world. In 1805, Vienna was Europe's musical capital. A brooding, rebellious composer named Ludwig van Beethoven was about to shatter every expectation of what a symphony could be. On April 7th, the Eroica premiered publicly. At nearly an hour long, it stunned audiences, heroic, turbulent, unlike anything heard before. Beethoven had already scratched Napoleon's name from the dedication in Rage. The Eroica redefined music forever, the first great romantic symphony. It proved art could embody ideals, not just entertain. Its legacy echoes in every ambitious composition written since. In 1862, 2 massive armies clashed in the Tennessee wilderness near Pittsburgh Landing, a quiet church called Shiloh about to become synonymous with carnage. On April 7th, Grant's battered Union forces counterattacked at dawn, pushing the Confederates back mile by mile until the rebel army retreated south, leaving nearly 24,000 men dead or wounded. Shiloh shattered every illusion of a quick, bloodless war. It showed both North and South that the conflict would be long, brutal, and transformative for a generation. In 1906, Mount Vesuvius loomed over the Bay of Naples, a sleeping giant above crowded towns. Tremors had rattled the region for days. On April 7th, Vesuvius erupted with catastrophic force. Lava flows and pyroclastic blasts destroyed towns, raining ash over Naples and killing over 100 people. The 1906 eruption reshaped Vesuvius's summit and remained Italy's deadliest modern volcanic disaster, a warning that millions still living in its shadow carry today. In 1927, America stood on the edge of a new era. AT&T Bell Laboratories had spent years perfecting a radical idea, sending moving images through wires across hundreds of miles. On April 7th, Commerce Secretary Herbert Hoover spoke in Washington. His image and voice traveled live to New York City, the first long-distance television transmission in history. That demonstration sparked broadcast TV's rise. Within decades, TV reshaped politics, culture, and daily life, all tracing back to one signal sent in 1927. In 1945, Japan's last hope lay in the Yamato, the mightiest battleship ever built, a floating fortress of steel and firepower, sailing toward Okinawa. On April 7th, hundreds of U.S. carrier aircraft attacked. Bombed and torpedoed relentlessly, the Yamato erupted in a catastrophic explosion, taking over 3,000 crew members to the ocean floor. The Yamato's sinking marked the end of the battleship era. Air power had triumphed over armor. The age of the aircraft carrier had permanently replaced the age of the dreadnought. In 1948, the world still bore the scars of war and pandemic. Nations united, determined to build a global system that could protect every human being from disease. On April 7, 1948, the World Health Organization was officially founded as a United Nations agency. Delegates from 61 nations signed its constitution, pledging health as a fundamental human right. The WHO went on to eradicate smallpox, nearly defeat polio, and coordinate global responses to HIV, Ebola, and COVID-19. April 7th is now celebrated worldwide as World Health Day. In 1964, the world of computing was fragmented and chaotic. Businesses struggled with incompatible machines from competing manufacturers, each requiring its own software and training. On April 7, 1964, IBM unveiled the System 360, a unified family of fully compatible computers spanning 6 models. One architecture, one software ecosystem, any scale. The System 360 redefined computing forever. Its compatible architecture concept lives on in every modern processor family, making it the blueprint for the digital world we inhabit today. Then, in 1969, a small group of university researchers were quietly building something extraordinary, a network that would one day connect the world. On April 7th, Steve Crocker published RFC1, a humble memo proposing an open, collaborative way to document technical standards for the ARPANET. That simple memo sparked a tradition of open standards still alive today. The RFC system now underpins every protocol powering the modern internet. In 2001, humanity set its sights on the Red Planet. NASA prepared to launch a bold new mission from Cape Canaveral, Florida, bound for Mars. Mars Odyssey lifted off on April 7th, named after Arthur C. Clarke's novel. It entered Martian orbit in October, beginning its mapping mission. Odyssey discovered vast hydrogen deposits hinting at water ice beneath Mars. Its detailed mineral maps became the foundation for all future Mars exploration.